Watch them as they come out of 4. Green flag is waving. Steve Kimberling got a great jump on the field as they took the green flag. But watch out. That number 62 of Roy Ingles looks pretty quick, and he's already putting the pressure on Steve Kimberling. And Raquel Krupa in the number 24, she's going to settle into 3rd place right now, followed by the number 50 in 4th, Ed Rasmussen. That was a good turn by Steve Kimberling. Got a good cut out of turn number 2. He's a little slow going into turn 3, and that allows that number 62 to catch right back up to his bumper, Roy Ingles. Kimberling starting to slip up there. He's pushing wide. That's going to allow Roy Ingles to the inside. Here goes Roy Ingles. He gets to the inside of Steve Kimberling. He's going to take over that top spot as they come out of 4. Steve Kimberling gets caught on the outside, allows the number 24 of Raquel Krupa to slice on the inside and get 2nd place away. And here comes the number 50 of Ed Rasmussen. He was our main event winner 2 weeks ago. Seeing a lot of smoke coming out of the 74 of Doug Way. Oh no, something happened to Raquel Krupa in the 24. She spins around in turn number 2. And that's going to bring out our first caution for the Bombers. At lap number 5, we are halfway through this heat race. This is just our first heat race of 2 heat races for the Bombers. These are your slower qualifiers. And so far so good for the number 62 of Roy Ingles out there. The leader, he is sponsored by Performance Mechanical and Excite Motorsports, and he comes from the Ukiah area. All right, we're getting them lined up side by side, ready to go one more time. Doug Way in the 74. He's still out there, but that car's a little off the pace and smoking quite a bit. Uh-oh, and it looks like our track official, Ryan Leeser, is going to go down on the track to choose somebody out for not being in the right place. Oh, come on, guys. There's only 6 cars. It can't be that hard, right? All right, it looks like they're telling them don't cross them up, they'll line them up bumper to bumper. Only 5 laps down, 5 more laps to go. Good field of bombers tonight with 11 of them timing in. So this is only half of our bomber division. God, I never knew lining up 6 cars was so complicated. Come on. I could have built myself a bomber by now. It's pretty bad. There's more efficiency at In-N-Out drive-through. I believe all the drivers have receivers so that they can hear the track officials in the car too. So you know it's got to be pretty bad communication when they got to go on the track and tell them where to go. Somebody's battery died in their receiver. All right, now it finally looks like we got them lined up and ready to go. Get this thing started for 5 more laps. And we're going to do one more parade lap for good measure. So anyway, your leader is on the inside, the number 62, Roy Ingalls. That puts Steve Kimberling in the 48. On the outside of the front row, he's in second place. Doug Way in the number 74 finds himself on the inside of the second row with Ed Rasmussen in the 50 on the outside of him. So let's see what happens as they come down to take the green as they come out of turn number 4. Kimberling doing a good job in the 48 on the outside of the number 62, Roy Ingalls. He's going to take the lead back away. Kimberling falls into second. And now Kimberling starting to get a little pressure from the number 50 of Ed Rasmussen. Here comes Raquel again, diving to the inside of Ed Rasmussen. Already fighting it out for third place after her little spin. Look at Ed Rasmussen in the number 50. He's looking on the outside of Kimberling as they take the white flag for one more lap to go. And no one's really getting away with this one. They were pretty much bumper to bumper, doing great. Coming out of turn number 4, checker flag in the wind's going to go to the 62 of Roy Ingalls. Not a bad comeback in the bomber division for Steve Kimberling. He's going to hold on to second place in that one. So good job by Steve. Here we go with Jordan Krupa. Here we go to green flag. 10 laps for the Bombers. Good start by the number 44 of Donnie Brown to take the lead over Jordan Krupa. Here comes the number 87, charging Tristan Musey in the 87. All right, so far so good up front. 44 of Donnie Brown getting a lot of pressure from that number 87 of Tristan Mutzy. Mutzy now looking to the inside, or the outside, I'm sorry. Looks like the 87 is just a little bit faster than the 44. Well, let's see. He gives them the bumper a little bit as they are in turn 3 and 4. And now it looks like Donnie's doing a pretty good job. He's getting some heat in those tires, and the car looks a little more hooked up as he's loose out of turn number 4. Donnie Brown gets loose. Let's watch them as they come out of 2. They're side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. Mutzy trying the outside. It looks like he's going to make it work, and he is your new leader. 87, Tristan Mutzy gets around the outside of Donnie Brown. And it looks like we got a little skirmish in the back. The number 10 of Dustin Walters and the 27 of Lauren Powers Jr. They were having a little bit of a scrap there with their bumpers. Donnie is not letting the 87 get away. This time around, we're going to have 3 laps left to go. Ooh, Donnie got in too hot into turn 1, slipped up and pushed up the racetrack, and that caused him to lose a lot of ground to the leader. Jordan Krupa's in third place, trying to hold off that number 79 car of Mikey Collins. But boy, is he getting loose. White flag, 1 more lap to go. Mikey Collins in the 79 gets to the inside. He's going to take over third from the 00 Jordan Krupa. Here he comes out of turn number 4. Checker flag in the win is going to go to the 87 car, Tristan Mutzy. And Lauren's Water Express, Lauren Powers Jr. And the number 10 car, sponsored by Walters Trucking, that is Dustin Walters as they come to take the green. Here we go. All right, out of turn number 2, your leader right now is Steve Kimberling in the number 48. We got the number 87, Tristan Mutzy on the outside. I'm sorry, that's 62 of Roy Ingalls there. And brother and sister are side by side for third. 24, Raquel Krupa, the 00 of Jordan Krupa, fighting it out for third place. And they're side by side up front for the lead. Steve Kimberling trying to fight off Roy Ingalls. And there goes Roy Ingalls on the outside to take over. Oh, we got a skirmish. 44 car of Donnie Brown goes around in the 44. That's going to bring out our first caution on lap number 2. Well, good racing action so far in the Bomber division. Roy Ingalls in the number 63 62 has gotten into the lead past Steve Kimberling. Look at that. We got the number 79, Mikey Collins out of Ukiah. It looks like he's in third right now. As Jordan Krupa started to spin around, he caused that little melee in turn number 2 with his sister Raquel and caused Donnie Brown in the 44 to go into the infield, and it's a little slick in there. So while that's going on, we want to mention the number 50 car of Ed Rasmussen is out there too. He's sponsored by Trickler Logging, Green Mountain Chipping, and Thumpers Racing, and the 50R of Bridget Steves. And we can't forget the number 74, Doug Way, back out on the track after a long hiatus. And we got some fast cars coming up through the field. The 27 Lauren Powers, he's always really quick here, as well as the 10 car of Dustin Walters. So we're just going to get the lineup sorted out. We'll get them side by side and ready to go one more time. And this is scheduled to be a 40-lap main event, so we got 38 laps left to go in this main event for the Bomber Division. And our new scoreboard over in turn number 3 will give you the top 5 in the lineup right there. And, of course, tell you what lap we're on. And the really good news is it looks like the fog has really lifted, so we shouldn't have another problem with moisture on the track for the rest of the night. So we're going to be able to get the Firecracker 100 in tonight. All right, we got him lined back up and ready to go. Your leader, Roy Engels, is on the inside. On the outside of the 79, Mikey Collins. They know each other well from racing down in Ukiah and Lakeport, so they're going to come down to take the green next lap. They should get the 1 to go. Or maybe not. All right, we're just getting the cars lined up because only 2 of the cars took the decision triangle there at the start-finish line on the inside. The rest of the cars have to start on the outside because they chose the outside. And the 3 cars that were involved in the incident out of turn number 2 have to start at the end of the longest line. So we're going to have a long line on the outside. All right, lights are out. We're ready to go back to green flag racing with the Bomber Division here at Redwood Acres Raceway. 62, Roy Ingalls is going to bring him down. Green flag is back in the air. Holy cow, what shot out of a cannon. The number 79 of Mikey Collins got the lead, followed by the number 87 car doing a great job. Tristan Musey in second place. And look who's coming through the field. Here comes the number 10 car to take over third. That is Dustin Walters charging up in the number 10 car. And here comes the super fast number 27, Lauren Powers Jr. out of Ukiah. Great battle for the lead up front by Tristan Musey, trying to get by the number 79 car of Mikey Collins. Tristan Musey in the 87 is going to try the outside of Mikey Collins. Does not get it down on the outside. Here comes Dustin Walters in the 10 and the 27 of Lauren Powers Jr. We're going to have 4 cars fighting it out for the lead here as they come up on Bridget Steves. She's got to stay on the outside and stay out of the leader's way. The leader goes to the outside of Bridget Steves. And they all make it safely around the 50R. Here comes your top 4 cars out of turn number 4. Mikey Collins still has the lead in the number 79. Things are getting really dicey behind him between the number 10 and the 27 and the 87 of Tristan Musey. Musey's going to go to the outside one more time. All of those cars are very evenly matched. This time around is going to be 26 laps to go. Donnie Brown in the number 44 car gets around Roy Ingalls in the number 62 to take over 5th place. But he's about a straightaway away from the top 4 leaders. Wow, your top 4 cars are intensely fighting it out as they come out of turn number 4. Dustin Walters gets to the inside of Tristan Musey. He's right there. Musey's going to have to give him that inside as they come down into turn number 3. They're side by side for second place behind the 79 of Mikey Collins. Oh, Dustin Walters gets sideways and holds on to it. He's going to fall back into third place one more time in that number 10 car. Now that is some amazing car control that Dustin Walters showed right there. The leaders are starting to come up on some more lap traffic. They're going to put the number 24 of Raquel Krupa one lap down here as they go down the back straightaway. There goes your leader, the 79, Mikey Collins, around Raquel Krupa. And then they've got to navigate around Bridget Steves one more time in the 50R, the purple Camaro. This time around, we got 16 laps left to go. 16 laps left to go. And it looks like Donnie Brown in the 44 is slowly gaining some ground on our leaders. Lauren Powers Jr. in the 27 goes to the inside of the 10 car of Dustin Walters, going to take over third. Dustin Walters fighting back in that number 10, goes to the inside of Lauren Powers Jr. Powers still on the outside. Dustin Walters not giving up in that number 10 car. He gets past Lauren Powers Jr. one more time. They're still trying to get around the 79 of Mikey Collins, has the lead. Tristan Musey in the number 87 looks like he's a little bit faster, but he cannot find a way around the number 79. Donnie Brown in the number 44 is catching this group of cars. Side by side for the lead, Tristan Musey and the 79 of Mikey Collins. Watch them as they come out of turn number 2. Your new leader, Tristan Musey, gets around Mikey Collins. Incredible racing action in the Bomber division. This time around, as they cross the start-finish line, there will be 10 laps left to go. 10 laps left. Lauren Powers Jr. in the 27 gets around Dustin Walters one more time. That's for third position. Let's see if Lauren Powers Jr. can do anything with the 79 of Mikey Collins, who's losing ground to the leader. 87 of Tristan Musey has got command of this race now. Lauren Powers Jr. gets loose up in turn 1 and 2, just about allows Dustin Walters back to the inside. Here comes Donnie Brown. He's catching him in the number 44 car. 8 laps left to go. Now there's 7. Jacqueline Fingerman, you need to go back to the bar. They have your credit card. Jacqueline Fingerman, go back to the bar. They got your credit card. Jacqueline Fingerman, back to the bar. Look it, we've got a change. Oh, Lauren Powers Jr. gets to the inside of the 79 car of Mikey Collins. Jacqueline Vickerman. Donnie Brown to the inside of the 79. Number 44 back up to 4th place. The battle right now is for 2nd place because the number 87 car of Tristan Musey has set sail. He is going to win this race as long as nothing mechanical happens. 2nd place right now is Lauren Powers Jr. in the number 27. And this time around, we're going to see the white flag out for your leader. Dustin Walters back to the inside of Lawrence Powers. White flag, one more lap to go. Out of turn number 4, checkered flag is waving for your winner, Tristan Musey. 2nd place is going to go to Dustin Walters in the number 10. Donnie Brown in the number 44 gets 3rd place. Awesome racing action in the Bomber division tonight. Absolutely incredible.